in downtown Portland. This heavyweight match was decided rather quickly, but others were more intense and lengthy. Earl Mothmer lost the lightweight match, but his wife Tammy won hers. How did they become so proficient? Lots of practice with each other.
I've been doing it off and on for about 10 years. Really? With him. He taught me.
Jerry, you just had a baby 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks and 2 days. Little girl.
Yes, the Mothmers say their baby will arm wrestle with her 3 brothers and sisters. The winners in tonight's competition will compete for the national championship in Chicago. Ready to go?
I wouldn't think of it.
There's fascinating discussions on arm wrestling strategy.
Pull hard.
Just pull hard.
Pull hard.
And there's the mystery of why a sport involving 2 competitors requires 3 referees.
That's right. That's right.
But of all the compelling stories at this sporting event, none have the drama of Earl.
It's mind and body.
And Tammy.
It's just fun to do.
They're 2 of the 8 finalists. They're married, and they're intense. That's Earl working one of the refs before it all started. Tammy brought along not 1, but 2 of the children. This one's 2 weeks old.
I beat the world champion in 1982, I think it was.
Tammy won her division with a quiet dignity, if that's possible. Earl, on the other hand...
Thank you.
Be a nut.
That's his approach.
Be a little bit on the crazy side.
And that's exactly what he does. It takes Earl longer just to get a grip than most people need for a quick lunch. When Earl doesn't like one of the referees, he complains and gets his way.
Being a nut is not being weird.
And Earl wins, at least in the first 2 rounds he did. In the championship, Earl was beat. Outdone at his own game, perhaps.
What if the other guy's a nut?
Then it depends on who's the bigger nut.
The bigger nuts now go on to Chicago for the national championships and a $1,500 first prize. But that's another story, one that may run a minute 50 or so. This one is over. Tim Daly.
Prairie, Washington, and look at the stare. This guy knows what he is doing. His opponent is Jason Schuler, and Jerry Nelson is playing with this guy. Schuler is huffing and puffing. He's trying to do something. He finally looks up and he says, "Man, I can't believe you are that strong." Finally, Nelson just puts him away just like that.
James Buster Douglas should have been at that competition.
He probably had a better chance.
He probably would have done a little bit better.
And 1 world amateur champion are in Portland. We're talking about the regionals of the World Professional Arm Wrestling Championships. With arms as strong as Popeyes, men and women will compete at the Marriott through Thursday for a trip to the Nationals. It's not the biggest and strongest who win. R.Brzenk is the world's heavyweight champ. He hasn't lost in 5 years. Brzenk is only 6'3" and weighs 200 pounds, yet the best arm wrestlers in the National Football League back down from him.
Like I told you before, I'm not a big weightlifter. I'm not into bodybuilding. I don't go to the gym, every other day. On occasions, I do, but most of my strength is just from doing it, arm wrestling.
Ready to go! You'll end up with Gumby arms if you're not careful. Ed Pearson of Richfield just won the National Amateur Middleweight Championship.
Oh, I was pretty good in high school and figured I'd try it out with the big boys. Yeah, I've been doing it in competition about 7 years now.
But the guy who impressed us most was Jerry Nelson from up in Hawkinson, Washington. At 43 years old, Jerry is the world's professional middleweight champ. What's a 43-year-old guy doing out here with these kids?
Well, in all the other sports, they can run away from you. This one, they got to hold hands and stay here with you.
Old violins play good tunes, don't they?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. The finer the music.
Be bulging because the Yukon Jack Arm Wrestling Championships are in town again. Starting at 8:30 tonight and through Thursday night, the best strong arms in the Portland area will be competing for a shot at the national championships in June in Tampa. Ken Ackerman is talking about entering this thing. He's down at the Marriott right now. Ken?
Well, Eric, I never really told you, but I used to dabble in this sport when I was 3, 4 years old. But I've had a lot of experience. With me now is a man with a lot of experience, a little more than myself, world champion middleweight Jerry Nelson of Brush Prairie. Now, you know also Cincinnati Red pitcher Randy Myers is from Brush Prairie. Do you know Randy at all?
No, my daughter, son go to school with, I believe, his aunt. And so we've heard a lot about him, but no, I don't know him personally.
So Jerry is obviously his best friend, right, Jerry? Well, never mind. Let's talk a little bit about arm wrestling now. You're a truck driver, and in Sylvester Stallone's movie Over the Top, he was a truck driver. Is that a law for all truck drivers to be arm wrestlers?
No, just good looking.
Just good looking. All right, Jerry, let's see what you got here, all right? Your mark. Wait, hold on. You know, Jerry, it's only fair that I warn you that a little earlier today I got a little bit of help in order to beat you today from a 9-time world champion. I noticed you had a tattoo there. Is that important?
Oh, extremely important to psych out your opponent.
So if I'm going to beat this Nelson fella, I'm going to need one of these?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Scare him right off the table.
John, do you think there's enough surface here to work with?
These are extra large size.
Oh. You know, I always heard this was painful, and now I know what they mean.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about this Nelson guy's weakness. Does he have a weakness?
I've competed against Jerry a couple times. It's been a long time. He's known for being an extremely good top roller, meaning he has an extremely strong hand and he likes to take his opponent's wrist. So he'll probably try to break your wrist back.
Thank you. Okay. All right, well, what do I do to combat this broken wrist thing?
And he's going to try to roll your wrist back like that. My suggestion to you is to try to do the same. When he tries to roll your wrist back, you roll out with him.
Wait, don't you have to do this? Isn't that part of it?
Well, yeah, a lot of people like to do that.
Okay.
If it makes them feel better, they...
So this isn't any sort of arm wrestling fraternity handshake then when they do that?
No.
Okay. But I saw this in a movie, so
yeah,
let's do it.
You better do it.
All right.
Referee's going to straighten our wrists up quite a bit. Knuckles are even, wrists are straight, and it's ready, go. Put you back on a hook. Now we're in a hook, what they call a hook.
I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. What's your prediction? How long will it take for this Jerry guy to pin me? Shoot.
Somewhere between, nothing and a second.
So what you're saying essentially is broken wrist time.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Let's see what you got. You know, I don't mind telling you, you're getting a little old for this. I got my Yukon Jack shirt on. You ready? Mm-hmm. You mark? Wait just a sec. Oh, I hate when this happens, but it seems we're out of time. A little later tonight. You're mine, bud.
You're on.
All right, Eric, back to you.
Ken, we have all the time in the world. We have plenty of time.
Eric, I'd love to stay, but I got a violin lesson right now, so otherwise I would. You know that.
One last thing. Would you enter Tracy Berry, the women's competition, when you're done there? Just enter her name, and we'll have her there tonight.
Eric, I wish I didn't hear you right then.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We'll take care of it.
Okay.
We'll take care of it. He didn't hear me, but we are going to enter you, Tracy.
I paid him not to hear you.